Hey guys, welcome to the woods. Well, thought I'd sort of give a culmination of my meditation the last couple of days. I haven't made a video for a couple of days. And I think I may even have referred to some of these points in my last one, that it's a little bit of a tricky time. You know, holidays in general, nobody's not energetically attached to the holidays in some way. How you were raised, what happened with your parents. It's time to review all that in your mind. You can't really help it. It's not like I'm saying that's what you should do by any stretch. But you do have to be okay with whatever arises, right? So whatever comes to your mind, it's a past event. The best thing to do is to give it a second, observe it and appreciate it and find the perfection in it. And remind yourself about the perfection in it and give it a kiss goodbye. And whatever next thing comes into your mind, because it's like the holiday is all about bringing up past events, which in spirituality is really not, it's not the low-hanging fruit, I guess. I mean, there's a lot of ways I could say it, but it's just not the go-to, all right? So spiritual direction, you're really trying to get comfortable in your now current moment. And what we have is our minds are pulling other things out of our ethers of our past and our projected futures. And with the spin of a little bit of confusion because it's the holidays and I've put more on my plate and I'm doing a little bit more than I usually do, even just if it's energetically. It's there for everybody. So then you're bouncing off everybody else's a little bit. I'm worn down a little bit. And a lot of people are, you know, at all different ends of spectrums of that worn downness. And somehow I moved into the sun. There we go. But anyhow, so what was the point I was going to say with that? It's just to be uncomfortable, don't be uncomfortable, but to be comfortable with the present moment. You have to be conscious of it first. Because they just slip on by and they just go on by, and present moment, present moment, present moment, they've been flying by while we've been engaged in this conversation. So one could argue this is not my deepest connection to the present moment, except really it's just me talking to me here, right? That's me in my deepest present moment. Energetically, I'm sending love to the people I know. But we're all doing that. That's just how this little radar system works. And we're an energy ball, and I call it the ethers right around you, the little, that trickle of energy, the fine mist where your projected out energy in the universe is untapped, unimaginable, unrestricted potential. That's where that is, right outside into your ethers. And you just have to feel a frequency of letting good things come to you. But in order to feel a frequency of everything's good and everything's always working out for me, you need to have practiced a little bit some of these tools that you want to carry in your toolbox. You know, like you're used to meditation, you know how to get meditative. And when things get funky and things get tricky, or the holidays come, you know how to do that. Go into my meditation. Who do I listen to that picks me up? Wake up in a funky, I feel rushed. Put a little Abraham Hicks in your head, and I think it's a good message. It's always clean. It's always simple. It's always concise, and it'll just pick you up. Now, if you're in your own high-flying disc and things are really feeling so, you're in your exhilarated state, which some people for the holidays, they're just so happy to be so busy doing all the extra stuff, and who's going to complain? But if you're wherever you are on that spectrum, if you're already feeling tuned in, tapped in, turned on, then don't bother with the headphones. Don't bother putting someone else's message in your ear. But if you're working your way up, then use other people's message in your ear. Quick doses of this kind of stuff. That's why I like to keep them concise. It's just a reminder. Be conscious of your breath. It's still the most important thing, even though the holidays came. So going within, or you go without. Doesn't matter how many gifts or how special anyone else goes through a whole lot of preparation to make some moment in the future instantaneously delicious. It never happens. You've got to be delicious in the moment you're in right now. If you can get calm, relaxed, and accepting of what is in your own vibration, then you bring it wherever you go for the holidays, and you're a blessing to everyone around you. Because you're not bouncing your resistance up. You're not ready to pop. You're not ready to blow up and need to let off steam because things have been so difficult. Well, it gets a little bit more difficult, but to wind that steam off and to love on yourself is the only way to wind the steam off. And you got to be by yourself, so you got to take time. That's why I invite everybody out into the woods, especially before the holidays. You know, can't go to churches a lot now, so come on outside. And love on yourself. Be by yourself. Dialogue to yourself. Videos, I think, are a bomb, because you can give your most true loving self and not, you know, have to worry about what's the person sitting in front of you's interpretation at the moment, because everybody gets something different out of these messages. But like I said, I'm just a reminder that you're just a love bomb. Nothing can go wrong. There's nothing we need to do here. You couldn't do it wrong. You couldn't mess it up if you tried. You never get done. You're always fussing for feeling better. That's why I say 10% better, you're good to go. 10% better, you bump up and you don't appear too strange to everyone who knew you when you were 10% lower. So that's important too, right? We got family we're going to meet up with. We got to sort of show up as the person they expect us to be, or it's all just weird. So you go back into your paradigm of the vibration you normally carry while you're around family. And that's okay. That's all part of just you're practicing your art of being okay with what is, accepting what is. Whatever funky feeling the holiday brings me at any moment. Still in my breath. I'm just waiting it out. I know that this too shall pass, and it just is good practice for me to sort of get grounded. And I realize now that it's really important in between little events to take more time to be loving to myself, you know, when the car between your parents and your grandparents or something, you know, or your other friends' houses, or wherever you're doing for the holidays. It's a good idea to take some time to yourself, maybe every traffic light, you know. And you may not need to do that in the summertime when everything's rocking and rolling and you're in your blissful state, and tuned in, tapped in, turned on is hard to turn off, let alone worrying about how to turn it on. But sometimes holidays and winter, and there's just natural things that happen that make us a little bit, suppressed positive vibration. Not anything's wrong. It's just, you know, it's a joyous time, but it's heavy. So I'm just speaking to that vibrational stuff that people don't want to really acknowledge is there. Let's all just take a deep breath together and sit. And I think that's been the message of the whole planet, right? Everybody just sit down and take some time to yourself. It's been the message of the year. It's still the message. Isn't it ironic that it's the same as with the spiritual message? Put something down, sit with yourself, and find that you love this spot where you are no matter what. With or without a virus that you didn't realize was all that this whole planet is, one big virus. we got more bugs in us than we have, stars in the sky. So anyway, but you know, that's a funny note to end this love message on. Love the one you're with, you know. You just gotta love on yourself, and if you're gonna be all weird about the fact that there's little bugs that live on your skin, then that's the place to start, right? Accepting what is. All right, love you guys. I hate to be too much about dating on things, but it's like it's Eve of Christmas Eve, so how can you not state something about that? Plus, I've been a little slack on making videos, so I feel like 8 minutes has been easier. I'm doing 8-minute one. This is 8 minutes now. And I just want to really invite you to come out and, see your real ancestors, the trees and the woods. I'm really kind of out of the woods a little bit here. I'm almost to homestead. But anyway, so, talk to you guys soon. Love you. Throw love bombs. Hey, this is a good point. Holidays are coming up. You're going to be around other people, either just on the phone or whatever. Think and say and feel the positive acceptance of everyone around you. That's good stuff. All right. Love you. See ya.